Good morning, all. Hope you are well and staying safe. For devotions this morning, I want to ask you a question. What do you need to let go of? What do you need to let go of? If you've been following our social media pages or you're part of the Lighthouse family, you'll know that we've just completed our 21 days of prayer and fasting in January. And one of the things that our lead pastor, Pastor Paul, was speaking about was how as we were coming out of the prayer and fasting time, as we were coming out of January and into February, that we would see a shift, that we would enter into a new season. And it got me thinking about shifts, got me thinking about new seasons, because whenever you shift into something, we're talking about a transition. We're talking about leaving the old into the new, leaving one season and entering into a new season. And whenever you are entering into a new season, it always requires you to leave the old way of thinking, the old patterns, old habits. And I know a lot of times when we're coming into something new, we're asking God, please bring me into that new job, into that new blessing, into that new season. But in order to go into the new that God has for us, it requires us leaving the old. It kind of reminded me of this picture that I have for you guys. If you can see clearly here, it is a picture of a dog. The dog is holding a stick and it is trying to get through the fence. And that picture is interesting because the dog wants to get outside of the fence. It's an open gate. It wants to go inside of the fence where I'll have room to play, I'll have room to roam around. But in order to get outside in the fence, the dog has to let go of the stick. And it's funny because a lot of us as Christians, we can, like that dog, want to move into our purposes, want to move into the new things that God has for us, but we're still holding on to our stick. And so then we complain to God and say, why are you letting me move into this new season? Why are you letting me shift into what you have for me? And God says, the door is open, like this gate. The gate is open. I'm ready for you to move, but you got to drop the stick. And so I want to ask you, what are some things in your life that you need to let go of in order to move into the new? Kind of reminds me of Luke chapter 5, one of my favorite passages in the whole of the Bible. And the disciples have been fishing all night and they haven't caught a single thing. And as they're about to give up, as they're on the shore washing their nets thinking they're not going to catch anything, Jesus comes to them and says, launch out into the deep and cast your net to catch a fish. Now, in order to catch this new fish, in order to get the miracle, in order to get this new season, this shift, they're going to have to do something new. And they're going to have to let go of their disappointments, let go of their trust in themselves, and launch into the deep. And as they do that, as they obey the word of God, they catch this whole load of fish. And the amazing thing is, as they do that, Peter recognizes, as he obeys, as he lets go of disappointment and despair, as he obeys, he realizes that when he obeyed the word of God, that this man was Jesus. And Jesus says to him, Peter, no longer are you going to be catching fish, but you're going to be catching men. And so it's incredible. It was out of Peter's disappointment and despair, as he let go and trusted, there was a shift into a new calling. What if whatever you're going through, the disappointments and the despair that you are facing, if you were to let go of the old and obey the word of God, that not only would you see a shift for a miracle, not only see a shift in the things you've been asking for, but you would see a shift into a new area of calling that God has for you. So I hope that encourages you. Have a great day and stay blessed.